They called me Negrinha. Not Anna, not child, not girl. Just that, Negrinha. A name that stuck to me like soot, whispered in contempt, carved into my skin long after the chains were removed. I was born free, at least by law. The slavery decree had been abolished years before, but in the corners of old colonial houses, the past refused to die. My mother was a servant, bent from scrubbing floors and silenced by fear. She died young, too young. I never knew my father. I was 6 when Senora Inacia took me in. A woman of harsh perfumes and sharper words. She said she was doing charity, but charity doesn't leave bruises. Her eyes never looked at me, only through me. I became furniture, useful, silent, expected to endure. I scrubbed the tiles till my fingers bled. I washed lace under icy water until my nails turned blue. And always I feared the switch. It lived in a porcelain vase, like a flower made of pain. When I stumbled or coughed too loud or dared to look curious, that stick danced. Senora Inacia believed in discipline. She said it was for my own good, that I needed to learn my place. My place was under the table, behind doors, outside windows, watching, never seen. I envied the girls in the house, Lily especially. Golden curls, satin bows, a voice that could demand sweets or books or kisses. She was my age, but we were worlds apart. Once, I laughed at something Lily said, a small laugh, brief and bright like a spark. Senora Inacia heard it. She didn't use the switch that day, she used her hands, and I learned joy had a price. Years passed in silence, or perhaps they were days. It's hard to tell when time is only measured in chores and punishments. Senora Inacia aged like stone, growing colder, harder. Her hair grayed, her steps slowed, but the switch never left its vase. I became quicker, quieter, invisible, but never free. Lily left. I watched her carriage vanish down the street, her curls bouncing through the window. She never looked back. The house felt even darker after that. One Sunday, a priest visited. I was told to serve coffee. He watched me closely, his eyes not cruel but not kind either. This girl, he said, should be in school. Senora Inacia laughed. And who would polish my silver then, father? He didn't argue, just sipped his coffee, eyes distant. I wished he had fought for me, but grown-ups only talk. They don't act. That night, I lay by the stove, eyes open, thinking of school. What did children learn there? Could I learn to read? Could I learn to name things, even myself? Dreams like that were dangerous. One day I did something unforgivable. A woman knocked on the door, lost, hungry, with a baby on her back. Senora Inacia wasn't home. I gave her a bit of bread, just bread. When my mistress returned and found out, she didn't ask questions. She didn't raise her voice. She fetched the switch. But something inside me shifted. As the stick came down, I did not cry. I did not scream. I stood still, teeth clenched, eyes dry. My silence frightened her. She hit harder. I bled. Still, I was quiet. That scared her more than any scream ever could. She never touched me again, but she hated me even more. A week later, I was sold. Not as a slave, of course. The law forbade it. But poor families sometimes needed help. I was passed to a widow with 5 children and a pension too small. They were not cruel, not kind either. I became useful. I washed, cooked, ran errands. No beatings, but no name either. I grew. One day, while cleaning the attic, I found an old book, tattered, faded, a fairy tale. I didn't understand the words, but the drawings. A princess, a castle, a dragon. I stared for hours, tracing the lines with my finger. The widow's youngest daughter, Mariana, found me. Instead of yelling, she sat beside me. You like stories? She asked. I nodded. I'll teach you, and she did, slowly, patiently, one letter at a time. My first word was rain, because it was raining that day. Then girl, then hope. I read the whole book. I read others. I read signs in the street, labels on cans, headlines in the paper. I read everything. And one day I wrote my name. Not Negrinha, my real name, Anna. That was the name my mother gave me. I found it in an old church record. Anna who learned to read, Anna who dreamed, Anna who lived. If this story moved you, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share your thoughts in the comments. On this channel, we celebrate the richness of Brazilian public domain literature while also promoting the respect and care for animals. Stories like The Little Black Girl remind us of the importance of empathy, justice, and giving voice to those who suffer the most, be they children, the elderly, or defenseless animals. Join us in this mission for awareness, compassion, and culture.